Good morning, class. Welcome to your virtual course, PreCalculus. My name is Dr. Araipur. You can call me Dr. A. This is the home page of your Canvas course. When you go to home page, the very first thing you see is a welcome message. I hope you have read my emails, and this is just a 2-3 minute long video. I hope you have watched it. The next one is the class philosophy, which I believe this is a community of learning and we need to help one another. You're more than welcome to read that. The third one is read posted announcements. So we want to follow the steps here. When we go to the announcements, the ones that are available to you for now, the first one is welcome to your virtual course letter. Then it's the welcome and orientation, exemption to orientation, you're already here, and then recorded orientation. So the welcome to your virtual letter had the following information. So first, I'm welcoming you to the course, and then I give you the information you need to get this started as to how to log in, adding the course, pep talk, so on and so forth. I like to put things in topics simply because you can go back and forth and look at the topic of interest. For example, if you are interested in just looking at the text, you can click on that and you don't waste your time. So going back, adding the course, I believe most of you are already registered. We don't have anything to worry about. The pep talk, the synopsis of that is that in taking an online course, a virtual course, of course, nowadays everybody is familiar with that, but it may take a little bit more time to get familiar with and do the work. You have to spend enough time to understand how much time I put in what's called CSULB Study 36. You can even go to their website. The bottom line is for every unit, we need to spend about 3 hours. This is a 5-unit course. We need about 15 hours a week to be successful in this course, to master it and move on. Of course, there are a couple more questions here. Is online for me? That's a 2-minute, video also, and there are some tips as to how to be successful. Dropping policy, basically, students who miss the orientation or do not register with the publisher within 24 hours or 48 hours will be dropped or miss the first assignment or any of the exams. I truly believe in free education. That's why the text that I'm using is from OpenStax, which is free, and the digital homework is with my OpenMap, which is also free. And I put some more information such as important dates, so on and so forth. When you scroll down, here's basically the schedule. The first exam is coming up in about 3 to 4 weeks. Every 4 weeks or so, we have an exam. And what I have set up, although the original meetings were set up for Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I will have office hours during those times, I have set up the exam for you to be taken on Saturdays. I will have the review session for that week, and then on Saturday, basically, you can take it anytime. It will expire at 11:59, so you need to start the exam at least 3-4 hours prior to the expiration time to be on the safe side. So we have the orientation date here. Now, if you look at the review session, it takes place on the week of the exam on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay, in general. So I'll review, and on that Saturday, you have to take the exam It expires at 11:59, has to be taken a few hours in advance to be on the safe side. As far as the Zoom recording and review sessions, everything will be recorded and posted for you. I mean, it'll be nice if you can make it there, but if you don't, the Zoom recording will be available to you shortly after it's been recorded. You can find it under the Zoom recording, or you can find it under the recording tab that I put on Canvas, and I will show you shortly. We also have the tech support for the publisher, my OpenMap, which I'm going to refer to as MOM from now on, and the campus support also. All right, so going back to the home page. Under the announcement, we have the welcome and orientation. You're already here. It basically gives us the date and time and how you get here, which is basically on the left side, the Tech Connect Zoom. Then exemption to orientation, again, we are here already, and recorded orientation, which is for a course similar to this one. Going back to the home page, after the announcements, we want to read and study the syllabus. Let's go over the synopsis of what we need to do next besides reading the syllabus. Then we go to the modules. Again, everything is on the left side here. The tabs, homepage, announcements, syllabus, modules, discussion, PowerPoints, lectures, and practice tests. This is what I mean. I'm going to put that over here when the recording takes place for an exam review. Grades, assignments, Tech Connect, Zoom, so on and so forth. So going back to the home page, so we're going to read the syllabus. I'm going to spend some time on that. Then under the modules, when we click on it, we see the practice test. You want to print that. That's the only thing that you print, and skim the questions. Then you want to watch the PowerPoints, do your homework, and solve the practice test. Solving the practice test, it should be gradual on a daily basis. All you have to do 1 or 2 questions to be on the safe side. So on the week of the exam, you won't have too much to worry about. The next one is to do the homework. Do your homework before the deadline under, again, the assignment homework link of MOM. I'll go over that. The practice solution is also posted. Okay, you want to look at the key, and the solution with details will be discussed during the exam review. We also have a discussion forum. You want to submit 1 question per forum. I will show you where to find that and how it's conducted. And exams, we take the exams, we attend the office hours in case of any questions. How do we do that? It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8:30 to 10:30. Tech Connect Zoom on the left side. So you basically click on this one and you go to the office hours. Now, let's start with the syllabus. Again, as far as the syllabus is concerned, I put different topics in case you don't want to waste your time on a specific topic. But I want to spend a couple of minutes on each and every one of them quickly. So let's scroll down and see what we have. Here's your pre-calculus course, student learning outcome. In short, we're going to discuss some algebraic functions, trigonometric functions, log and exponential functions, conic sections, so on and so forth. The course objective, student learning outcomes, charts. The text, as I mentioned, is from OpenStax and it's absolutely free. Online assignment is done through MOM, and that is also free. I went over the exam schedule and how it's conducted. So a quick recap, we will have a review on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The exam is on Saturday, and you have to start a few hours before the expiration time, which is 11:59, to be on the safe side, so you have enough time to finish the exam. And the recording, of course, will be available to you on Canvas. So there are meeting important dates, calculators. You can use a calculator, but not a graphing calculator during the exam, or not during certain exams, especially when we discuss graphs. Again, tech support, math tutoring center, we have it available for the students, and you can look at the information on the website that I have put for you here, or basically the timing is Monday through Thursday from 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday from 8 to 2 p.m. Tutoring is available to you and it's free. The grading policy, the grade is out of 1,000 points, homework 200 points. As far as the homework is concerned, there is no restrictions. You can do them as many times as you want. You can take your time. There is no limit as to the number of times you do it or how long it takes you to finish a homework. I want you to learn, and therefore, on a normal basis, students do a great job on the homework. They do get a good grade. That is 20% of your grade, or 200 points. Review participation discussion board, we'll go over that. That is worth 100 points. Then you have 4 exams. Each one is 100 points, and a final comprehensive 300 points, total of 1,000 points. So that's the first 2 columns. The next 3 columns explain a little bit more about the grading curve, meaning A is 900 or 90% and above, B is 800 points or 80% and above, so on and so forth. So at any given time, you really should have an idea where you stand as far as your grades. Now, there is no makeup policy. If you let me know in advance something comes up, I will accommodate you. As far as your final course grade is concerned, the first 4 exams, if any of them is not that good, I will replace your lowest grade before the final with the final score, as long as the final score is B or 80% or higher. Homework and discussion board grades are both at 90% or higher. And more importantly, this action will result in a higher letter grade. In other words, if I change that, but your grade remains the same, it defeats the purpose. Needless to say, if you fail to take any of the exams, that is 0 and will not be replaced with anything unless you have been in contact with me and I grant that. Late work, there is no late work for exams. For homework, if you happen to have a late work, there is a 10% deduction. You have a few days and you have a few late passes available on MOM or my OpenMap. There are more information here that CSULB study 36. Please take that seriously. The dropping policy, students who missed the orientation, don't do the work, or miss the very first assignment or the first exam will be dropped as a no-show. There's a summary as to how to be successful. In short, you want to study the PowerPoints, do your homework and your practice test, and you'll be in good shape. And make sure you make yourself available. If you have a question, during the office hours. As you know, the class was set up for Tuesdays and Thursdays originally, and therefore the same timing, 8:30 to 10:30, I am available for Q&A. I normally answer your emails within 24 hours unless it's the weekend. So that's the synopsis of the syllabus. Going back to the home page, after the syllabus, we want to take a look at the modules. So home page, announcements, syllabus, modules. I want to start with the first one and tell you what it is. As you can see, it says My OpenMath up here, access your online homework. And of course, exams and everything else. No need for course ID to log on to MOM. I will go over that with a little bit more details afterwards when I want to show you how to do your homework. But please understand, because this question comes up, there is no course ID. So I'm going to leave this for the last. So for now, we are concerned with the first exam and first exam only. And I have called them by module. So exam 1 module, right here. Exam 2 module, and all the way to the end. Now, module 4 is also exam 4, but module 5, it's important to know it's part of the final. Okay, so you need to do module 5 and study from the previous 4 exams to be ready for your comprehensive final. Everything else is called exam module. So exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, exam 4. The last one, we just call it module 5. And we're going to stick with the module. What I want to mention is that what you see here, for example, over here it says module 1 PowerPoints. The PowerPoints that you see here may not have the same section or chapter number as what you see on my OpenMath. I will show you. Just stick with the module. The very first thing you see, it says practice test. So if you click on that, it takes you to practice test. What I'd like you to do is to print this and spend a few minutes reading it, just a few minutes. Why? Because I want you to see what's coming your way for the first exam. What is it that the first exam covers? That's all you want to do for now. So later on, as you delve into the course and start watching the PowerPoint and doing the videos and homework assignments, you'll be ready to do questions on a daily basis, 1 or 2 questions. You don't have to do too many questions. I can't emphasize this enough. And when you're done on the week that you're ready to take the exam, then check with the practice test key. The key is here. Make sure you have the correct answer, check the key, and the solution with details will become available during the review session. And it will be posted, as I said, right here, where it says PowerPoint's lecture, practice test lectures, right here. I will make that available. Also, because it's through the Zoom, under the Tech Connect Zooming, if you click on cloud recording, the same day that I do the recording, it becomes available to you even faster than I can put it right here. So I want you to know that. So I'm going to go back to the modules. So the first thing you print is this practice test. Then the next one is this module 1 PowerPoints. If you click on it, I have the module 1 PowerPoints, and that gives you like 3 chapters. I'm working on them to make some changes. The topics that are covered in the first exam, everything is here. It may not be in the order that you see it in MOM or my OpenMath, but everything is here. However, When you go to my OpenMap, you also have video lectures. Whether you want to watch the PowerPoints or the video lectures or both, it is absolutely up to you. There are cases that students are a lot more comfortable going over the PowerPoints first and then do the work in MOM. And there are cases that students just jump into MOM and start the work because it does have all the videos that you need to be able to do your work. So it is absolutely up to you. I highly recommend you practice and see what works best for you. Going back to the home page. Again, homework, since it's under MOM, my OpenMap, I'm going to leave it for later on. I mentioned the practice test solution also. The next one is a discussion forum. On the left side, after the modules, you see discussion. So let's see what we find there. Number one, we have a frequently asked questions. Before you send that email and ask any question, I highly recommend you read this. It takes just a couple of minutes of your time. Couple of simple examples that students have asked in the past. And by the way, if you have a question which is new, I'll be more than happy to answer you and then put it up here for students. Frequently asked question. For example, course ID. As I mentioned, there is no need for course ID. I can't emphasize this enough. Text, it's online. Tech support, so on and so forth. So take a few minutes to read that. What I want to really mention is this part. Follow the course by following modules in my OpenMap and in Canvas. They cover the same topics. Do not pay attention to the numbers for the chapters or sections, as these chapter numbers may not agree in Canvas and in MOM. I can't emphasize this enough. Exam 1, module 1, end of the story, in MOM as well as in Canvas. It doesn't matter what chapters or sections they are referring to. Going back to the discussion forum, the next one you see is the student bios. Okay. Put a student bio. I have put enough information how you can do that, and even how to embed an image. There is a short video showing you how to do that. And I put a short bio of myself as an example, so you can follow the methodology. And again, none of them, gives you any points. But after that, we get to module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, practice this. So what is it that you need to do? If I click on this, and by the way, notice the first one, it does have a due date. All of them have due dates. Okay, so I want to go back to the syllabus and show you something. The first exam, if you look at the first exam date and the discussion forum, the same as the homework. The due date for the discussion forum and the homework is 1 day before each exam. Okay. Number one, does it mean that you have to do your work specifically on that day? No, because if you want to do that, you won't have enough time to do your homework. You won't have enough time to get ready for the exam, and you're going to miss easy points. But I didn't want to make that the due date on a daily basis. Every day you do something, or every few days. You have the whole 3 weeks to do the work. Please do it on a daily basis. So for now, we are concentrating on module 1, exam 1 only. So the only thing that matters is this one, because if you get this one right, you will follow and do the rest of them in the same manner. So look at the first one. So let's quickly see what you need to do. You are required to post at least one question and its solution, either from practice test number 1 posted under the modules or any source of your choice per grading policy in the syllabus. It's important to see, I want you to put a question. You write the question with details. If the question is from Any source is fine, including the practice test. You can say practice test number 1, question number 7, you write the question, and then you answer. Now, in order for you to get full credit, here's what's going to happen. You are going to read all the post questions and solutions posted by others first, and then pick a different question to post. No duplication is allowed. A question with one-word solution, one-line solution, or definition is not acceptable and results in a 0 point. That will give you 10 points. If this is done properly, that means you wrote the question, is not any question that others have done. It's not being repeated. And it's done with details, and it does have quite a few steps. You receive 10 points. You have to show all steps using the math equation. And I have a video for that also to show you how to use the math palette. Number 2, find a similar problem online or on YouTube or Khan Academy, anywhere you like. You post that link and you receive 5 points for that. Finally, you comment or explain at least one classmate question that is either solved or is found online and posted by watching it carefully in its entirety. What do I mean by that? You will explain somebody's work, either the question that they have done, that's fine, or better yet, you can watch the videos that they have found online and posted and write something about that. What do you write? Pay attention to what I want you to do. Explain about what the question addressed and what you learned from it, and outline a few steps you learned as a result. A compliment is nice, but is not a comment. To receive credit for this part, write the name of your classmate. 5 points, total of 20 points. In the past, students found this very easy, and they got the 20 points nice and easy. You really don't want to miss that, and you don't want to wait until the last day. Now, here's just a simple example. Find the mean, median, mode, and ranges from a different course. So I put the formula, solution, I go over that, and I explain it step by step as to how I come up with the answer. I don't give a key, I give a solution, and that's the way to get the full 10 points for the first part. Second part, I have found a similar YouTube question, I put it here. And the third part, I am explaining what one of the students has done. And this is, of course, made up. And I put the information here about the z-score. Now, please refer to the following instruction, how to embed an image in Canvas discussion in case, and this one, how to use the math editor. This will give you 20 points. There are 5 of those. Take a look. Each module has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that gives you a total of 100 points. Those are easy points. Going back to the home page. After that, you take the exam, you attend the student office hours if need be for any Q&A, and I highly recommend you show up for the review sessions. Now, what I want to do, I want to go over my OpenMap, and to do that, the very first thing under the modules, I'm going to put this in student view so you see what happens. When you click on this, it will ask you for the username and password. If you already have an account with my OpenMap. If not, you need to register. You make up a username, password, so on and so forth, and you create an account. It's very simple. You don't need a course ID. You go under the modules, and the very first one, you just register. I'm going to leave the student view. When you're registered, if you click on it, it'll take you there to my OpenMap. So now I want to show you what you find there. Number one, this is the home page of my OpenMap. The very first thing you see, because I don't want you to miss that, mandatory assignment introduction to MOM. This is due, by the way, I'm going to scroll it down because you do have a calendar. Pay attention. For the calendar, you can open as many weeks as you want. This homework is due in a few days. Anybody who misses that will be dropped as a no-show. And then you see the homework, all of them are due before the exam. Does it mean that I have to wait until then? I hope you don't do that, because if you do, I promise you, you won't make it. Every day, do one of these homework questions. Okay. Where do you find it? You can find it here or down under the chapter. And I tell you what to do, how to find it in a moment. I want to go to the very top again, mandatory assignment. Start with this one, because the purpose of this is to show you how to enter an answer so you receive 4 credit. For example, enter the number 61.6. Let's just do that. Notice the moment I clicked on it, a math palette opens in case you need to use that. If you need a square root or the nth root or a fraction, it just shows up. But that's not what we want. 61.6484. And you can submit the question. Notice when I submit the question, this is a check mark. Okay, I'm correct, but the rest, they need to be done. And I keep on going. I finish the work. It tells me exactly what to do. Here's about rounding, entering fractions, graphs, points. You have to do this to be able to handle homework assignments. And it doesn't take too long. So that's the first thing you find. The next one is exams. And you find the exams under this topic, exams. I put it at top because I didn't want anybody to miss that. When I send you the information and the password, from the time I send you, you can do the exam all the way to the due date, which is Saturday. And the exams are here. I don't want to spend any time on it because believe me, by the time you get to do it, you'll be ready. So I want to discuss the rest of it. Welcome to PreCalculus. Again, it explains about the course. Notice what it reads here. For most sections of the text, you will find 2 assessments, video assignments. These assessments contain video lessons. After each video, there is 1 or 2 questions. You also have practice or homework assignments. These assignments contain additional problems beyond the type covered in the video lessons. That's why I said in the past, some students, they just started with this because it's got everything you need. Some students like to explore the PowerPoints first or simultaneously. And here's the legend explaining what each one is. Starting with module 0. What is module 0? And the topic tells you text, gradebook, calendar, so on and so forth. So let's quickly explore what we find there. Here's the text, various ways of getting them. So I'm interested in the first one, which is online. And take a look. you have the table of contents. You can click on them and it opens up to subsections. So that's the text. Again, if you study properly, I've seen again in the past, some students don't spend too much time on the text because everything that they need is in my OpenMap videos, also in my PowerPoints, but the text is available also. The next one says late pass, calendar, gradebook, so on and so forth. How do you use a late pass? First of all, don't try to use a late pass unless you have no choice. If for some reason the homework is past due, then you have only a few days to do the past due stuff. If it's like 2 weeks later, it defeats the purpose and you will lose 10%. You don't want to do that, okay? There is no late pass for this assignment, of course, this introduction or for the exams. I make that available if, situation comes up. Now, if you click on this, it's a short video about how to use a calendar. I'm going to go back because I don't want to spend any time on that. It takes just a few minutes. The next one is a short video about how to use a gradebook. Now, what I want to explain, because this comes up almost every semester, right here, this tells you how your grade is calculated in MOM. If you look at the grade under the past due, for example, this one says 88%, but past due and attempted, it's 82.6%. This is the current grade. This is ultimately, these two become identical after the course is over, because over here, this is the one that has been done and they are past due and there's nothing you can do about it. Over here, there are more homework coming up. That's why this will be less than that unless the course is completely finished, then they are identical. If you want to review an assignment, take a look, it tells you how to do that. Go to the gradebook in MOM. Here's the assignment you want, for example. In front of it, you see this blue mark. Click on it. Then you will see this assignment in review mode. And you can review, for example, the homework, or more importantly, the exam. You just took the exam. After it expires, it becomes available to everybody. You can check it out. I believe in free education, so I also have free online calculator here. There are two different ones, Desmos and another one. And here's the video explaining how to use one of them. So everything you want is available to you and everything you want is free. And I'm going to now close up module 0. I highly recommend you spend a few minutes on that. Now, as far as the homework is concerned, if you click on it, the homework comes up right here. But you don't have to. I mean, if I click on it, the homeworks come up here. But you don't have to do that because before you get there, you want to be ready for it. So how do you get ready? So let's go down. We are concerned with module 1. And again, let me just close that first. Everything is closed first. We're going to open up module 1. So you click on this, it opens up. Let me even close the first one. So it says chapter 1, 2, and then we are adding sections 3.1, 3.2, 10.0. That's what I mean. Please don't pay attention to the chapters, the numbers, the sections. Pay attention to module 1. So I'm going to close it one more time. For the first exam, this has to be done. This has to be done, which covers functions, linear and quadratic functions, complex numbers, circles. So when you open it up, starting with the first chapter, if you click on this, it takes you to the text. So if you are interested in reading, here's the text part, going back to my OpenMap, starting with the first section, section 1.1. Again, let me just close it first. You see every section is closed. You open it up. First, you see video lessons. None of them is long. Introduction to functions, domain and range, so on and so forth. I hope you see how nice this is set up for you. If you follow this, you probably don't have to look at any page of the text or even the PowerPoints. So you go through the video lessons, and now you want to do the assignments. First, you see a video assignment. Notice it says resume here, and I want to show you why. First, you have a video here, and then you have a question. And if you have done one of the questions and then you want to go to the next one, it asks you to resume. Let's look at the video. It takes a couple
Welcome
of
to an introduction to
seconds, and I'm going to
functions.
stop that, of course. Watch this video lecture. Doesn't take more than a few minutes. And now you're ready to answer the question. So not only you have the videos before the video assignments, you also have it within the video assignments. However, you have to watch all those videos to be able to do this. Therefore, if I go here and it says, answer the question, when I answer the question, the town has a population of 30,000, produces 13 tons of garbage, express the information in terms of function of f. So you put the answer and you submit the question, and it check marks. If we didn't do it right, we can use a similar question and we keep on doing it until we do it right, and we get the full credit for that. How nice is this? This is very simple. Then I go to the second question, I answer it. Third question, I answer it. And at any point that I'm done, I can say done. And notice what it tells me. Okay, question one is done, but the rest of them are unattempted. So what do you want to do? You want to exit or you want to resume? I'm going to exit, but at any time I come back, I can resume from where I left off, and I continue finishing off my homework, and I get my full credit as long as it's done before its due date. So chapter 1, I did section 1.1. In other words, I watched the videos, then the video assignment, then the homework that doesn't have a video assignment. Even when you go here, some of them have videos like this one, for example, okay? Even here, some videos are embedded. Most of these videos you've already watched, but if you haven't, you can always watch them to be on the safe side. Again, it says resume or not. Now, when you scroll down, you see there is no more assignments left in 1.1. You can close it up, and now it's time to go to 1.2. Finish the job here all the way to 1.7. Finish chapter 1, then you have chapter 2, which has only a few sections. And then we have 3 more sections here. And that's it. We are ready to take the exams. So here's a quick recap. If you go to the home page of Canvas, first you see a welcome message, then you have a class philosophy, then the announcements. For now, you don't have to worry about it, you're already here. And then you can look at the syllabus on the left side, remember, on the tabs, syllabus tab. You can go through the syllabus, we did that. Under the modules, you find everything you need. Mom, my OpenMap, practice test. We're looking at module 1 and module 1 only. Practice test. This is the only one that you print. Module 1 PowerPoints, practice test key. And you can even use this practice test for your discussion forum right here to post. So you reply and you post. Going back to the home page, syllabus, under the modules, we have the practice test and the homework. We also have the discussion forum that we need to do. We are ready to take the exam. And that's it, class. I wish you all best of luck. Happy study.
Thank you so much.